Hey guys, this week for Weapons Wednesday, we're testing throwing stars. But before we begin, if you could like and subscribe to this video, that would be awesome. So we're testing throwing stars this week, and as you may have noticed, I am by myself, but that's for a good reason. So what I decided to do this week is we have these silver throwing stars, and they all have a similar name on the website. This is the 3-point silver throwing star. This is the 4-point silver throwing star, 5-point, 6-point, 7, 8-point silver throwing stars. And these are kind of the archetype for the throwing stars, right? We've been selling these ones forever, and there's a lot of opinions on which one is best. And so I decided to put together a little experiment and figure out which one actually sticks the best. It's always been my personal opinion that the 5-point ones are the best for like just throwing and sticking, right? But some other people in the office have different opinions, and I figured there has to be a good way to figure out who's right. I mean, like this is an actual factual question that can be answered. So I put some stuff together, and I'm filming this video out of order so I kind of know what happens. And one thing I can tell you that happens is that I'm really good at throwing stars, because I started off, I threw 108 throws and I only missed 8 of them. So my data was a little wonky, kind of a flat line. So I had to come up with something else. And so you will see some other members of the staff today. I got everybody to throw a set of stars. What we're going to do is we're going to watch how this kind of worked, and then we'll go over the results and talk about our findings. The first thing I had to do was set up a target, and the Wing Chun dummies, always available, as well as the pallet that we like to hack on. So I hung it on the Wing Chun dummies and tied it up as good as I could, and then I went and got a piece of that blue puzzle mat, clamped that on there, threw a star, works great. Perfect, all right, so time to throw. All right, so I'm doing better than I thought I would. But I've got some data here. I'm going to keep going off camera, and I'm going to try to just compile some more data, and we'll see how this plays out. So this was my next big idea, to use this pressure-treated plywood as a target to maybe increase the difficulty a little bit and give us some better data, but unfortunately it didn't quite go as planned. All right, round 2. Wood. Zero. Okay, I'm going to try to think of something else. Okay, so I threw 108 stars, and I missed 8 of them. And then we tried a piece of wood, but it was like that pressure-treated plywood. So nothing stuck, so that was 0 out of those throws. So what I think we're going to do now is just have everyone throw a round of stars, and then I'll track that. We're going to get some good data out of this somewhere or another. So Mel, our favorite, is going to throw 1 round of stars, and I am going to keep careful notes. So
let's do it.
All right. Mel, hit it. Okay, so that's an outcome, and up next I think we'll get Amanda to try her hand. Perfect. All right, hit it. So this is one of our shipping guys, Chris. He wasn't particularly interested in appearing on YouTube, but I was able to talk him into throwing a few stars, so thank you, Chris.
Pretty good, though. I mean,
we're going to try that one more time. It was a complete miss. Okay. Okay, up next, production manager Paris is going to try his hand at throwing stars. So, good luck. I got my marker and, all right, hit it.
Pretty nice groupings.
You did pretty. It was good groupings. Paris did very good groupings. Good job. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All
Always
right.
a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. All right, and then we're gonna get Amanda up next. Everybody knows and loves Amanda, and I got her roped into this game too. So, all right, and I'll keep score.
Okay. Ready?
Yes.
Definitely thought it would be different.
Okay, some trends are beginning to emerge. I'm very happy. I'm gonna add all this up, and we'll be back. So here's our big results. We threw more than 800 throws with these stars. Like each individual star got 100 throws from multiple staff members. Everybody threw the same number of like tries per star, all that stuff. Big winner, 5-point star, which is what I suspected. But that's just with the silver throwing stars. So Amanda actually made a really good point that she prefers the yin yang stars better, which is this one, because they're pointier than the 8-point silver throwing stars, which is this one. So like these are a little easier to get to stick into something. But here there'll be a little overlay on the screen. Here's the actual results we got. 51 sticks on the 3-point star. And I feel like because there's a pretty good opportunity for it to hit this way, and that's not going to stick into anything. So the 3-point star actually did the worst. But if you hit the 3-point star this way, Paris almost got this to go through that blue stuff. So, 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. If you're sure you can get the point to land straight, you can really pierce deep with a 3-point star. And that effect just kind of translates across all of them, right? So the 4-point one, 73 sticks, where you can definitely hit it this way, but the opportunity to hit this way, it's a little more difficult to get it to stick when it hits this way. The 5-point one, across everyone throwing, 96 out of 100 throws, the 5-point stuck. Because there's just the opportunities for it to stick in and to not have the other points interfere with that was perfect. 6-point did almost as well, 85 sticks out of 100. But this is still, like on that blue stuff, that can still stick. We got lots of them that stuck in this way. So the points didn't interfere with each other. I started to go down with the 7-point, and the 7-point silver throwing star is really, it's really pointy like the yin yang one is. 70 sticks on the 7-point star. This definitely stuck in. These stuck, but also bounced off. It could bounce off. They were interfering with each other a little bit. The 8-point one, 61 out of 100. So, same thing with this, where it couldn't get very deep before the other points started to interfere with its ability to really sink in. But you're going to hit something regardless of how it hits. So depending on how soft your target is, the 8-point one might actually be the best star to choose. Again, with that, we have the pointier version with the yin yang one. So that was the results for those. And then the other thing we can talk about too is what are you throwing it at? That blue puzzle mat flooring, like we just had a bunch of that laying around, and it's easy to stick into, so we use that. The Christmas party, we set up a bunch of that stuff. But it's easy to get a knife or a hatchet or a throwing star or all the different stuff that we throw. It's pretty easy to get it to stick into that stuff, which just makes for kind of fun throwing stuff. That plywood, that was impossible. That stuff was impossible. But some of the softer wood increases the difficulty without making it impossible. You can definitely use cardboard. Drywall works really good. We have patched more than a little drywall up around the office here. Our landlords don't hate us. We keep the drywall patched. Hopefully it's just misses now. When we first moved in, we got a little aggressive with some drywall stuff. So there's a few nicks and dings here and there. But that's the results of our throwing star test. I didn't suspect that this was going to be as difficult or take as long as it did. I had to get the whole office involved, and everybody was throwing stars. So it was a lot of fun. I thought it was going to be a quick and easy Weapons Wednesday video. It turned into be like a whole. My scientific process is working on it. So. If you enjoyed this, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, check out KarateMart.com. Put a link for the throwing stars. All that stuff will be in the description below. Let me know what you think in the comments. What your favorite star is, kind of what you would throw them at. Any ideas for future throwing star tests or throwing weapons tests. And then check out the community tab. We'll have a poll in there, something interesting. So until next week, we'll see you Weapons Wednesday. I hit 100 out of 108 throwing them sideways. So.